Frustrated with the challenge of navigating the DMV appointment system in Connecticut? Well, stay tuned because today we are revealing the absolute ultimate guide to booking your DMV appointment online, totally hassle-free, and saving you a massive amount of time and stress. I mean, let's be honest, right? For a lot of us, just hearing the letters DMV is enough to make our blood pressure spike. It brings back all those fun memories of taking a paper number, sitting in hard plastic chairs for literally hours, and just praying you brought the right paperwork. But what if I told you those days are actually largely a thing of the past in Connecticut? Welcome to This Explainer. I'm your host, and today we're going to completely demystify the digital scheduling infrastructure of the Connecticut Department of Motor Vehicles. So, if you've been banging your head against the wall trying to figure out how to navigate those long lines and confusing booking pages, take a deep breath. The system really has modernized a ton, but, with new tech comes a rigid set of new rules. And this explainer is going to be your ultimate solution to conquering those rules so you can get in, get out, and get on with your life. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the roadmap for our journey today. Number 1, understanding the CT-DMV system. Number 2, navigating the DMV portal. Number 3, our step-by-step booking guide. Number 4, confirming and preparing. And finally, number 5, tips to avoid pitfalls. Starting off with Section 1, understanding the CT-DMV system, and a little triage. Do you actually need an appointment? Now, what's really interesting about this operational matrix is that it acts as a massive relief valve. Not every DMV chore requires an in-person visit anymore. Seriously, before you even look at a scheduling calendar, check this out. If you just need to renew your vehicle registration, renew your driver's license, or simply change your address, you can often skip the building entirely. The online portal handles all of that. You really only must go in person for the big stuff, things like a brand new vehicle registration, upgrading to a real ID, or having to take a physical test. But hey, quick heads up for those online registration renewals. While doing it digitally is a breeze, you absolutely have to hit that renew button before your expiration date. Why? Well, because on day 6 after it expires, the system automatically slaps a $10 late fee on there. It is fully automated, so whatever you do, don't procrastinate just because it's online. Moving right along to Section 2, navigating the DMV portal. Let's talk about hubs versus branches. So let's say your specific transaction does actually require an in-person visit, and you pull up the ct.gov/DMV website. Before you pick a time, you gotta understand the geography of the whole system. The state essentially divides its offices into 2 camps, hubs and branches. Hub offices are your full-service locations. They handle the whole shebang, from complex new vehicle registrations to road testing. Branch offices, on the other hand, offer a much more limited menu. And listen, I cannot stress this enough. Showing up at a branch office for a hub-only service is a guaranteed wasted trip. Always double-check what services your local office actually provides before you book. All right, Section 3, step-by-step booking guide. It's time for securing your slot. We've done our triage. We know exactly what kind of office to look for, so let's get you on that calendar. Here is your digital sequence. First, visit the official site and hit Make an Appointment. Easy enough. Second, choose your service category from the menu. Third, pick your location and an available time. Now, if you don't see a slot right away, don't panic. Just keep checking back because they add them regularly. Finally, and pay attention here, input your first and last name exactly, and I mean precisely, as it appears on your current driver's license or ID. You are totally in control of this process now, but you've got to be incredibly accurate. Actually, I want to pause here for a second because this is probably the biggest gotcha of the entire modern system. The DMV explicitly warns failure to select the correct option will automatically result in a canceled appointment. So if you book a slot for a license renewal, but you show up with a newly purchased car you want to register, they will absolutely turn you away. The system is rigidly tied to the exact service you select. No exceptions. Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 4. Confirming and preparing, gathering the artifacts of success. Once you lock in that booking, you'll get a confirmation number sent via email or text. Keep that handy, you'll need it. But securing the slot, that's only half the battle. Now, you need your documents. If you're going in for a real ID, go ahead and grab a screenshot of this checklist right now. You're going to need proof of your social security number, so the card itself, a W-2, a 1099, or a pay stub. You also need 2 proofs of Connecticut residency, think utility bills or bank statements, and these almost always need to be dated within the last 90 days. Plus, you need your current ID and any relevant name change documents, which we'll touch on more in a second. Now, for anyone applying for a drive-only license, the requirements are super specific. You need a primary ID, like an unexpired foreign passport. You also need to prove you've been a CT resident for at least 90 days using 2 pieces of mail. But here is the really tricky part. If you happen to have moved within the past 90 days, you actually need 4 pieces of mail, 2 from your old address that are older than 90 days, and 2 from your new address. Oh, and you must have a clean criminal history with no Connecticut felonies. What if you're transferring a vehicle from out of state? Okay, you'll need your acceptable ID, proof of CT insurance, a completed Form H-13B, and a vehicle inspection report, which you usually get when you do your emissions test. But pay very close attention to that last bullet point. You need the original title. So if you have a lien on the car or if it's leased, you have to contact your bank or leasing company ahead of time to have them mail the original title directly to the Connecticut DMV Record Updates Department in Wethersfield before you even show up. And that brings us to Section 5, Tips to Avoid Pitfalls. This is the expert insider knowledge. We're in the home stretch here, and this is where I get to share some expert insider secrets to pretty much guarantee your DMV visit is flawless. So, the crucial point is this concept called the continuity of names. This is arguably the #1 reason people get turned away at the counter, especially when they're trying to get a real ID. If the name on your current driver's license doesn't exactly match the name on your birth certificate, you have to provide a paper trail of legal documents like a marriage certificate or a court order proving exactly how you got from name A to name B. Do not leave those documents on your kitchen counter. And here is an incredibly specific warning for our commercial drivers out there. If you need to renew a hazmat endorsement on your CDL, you can't just waltz into any office. You are restricted to very specific locations. You can only visit Bridgeport, Danbury, Enfield, Hamden, Norwalk, Old Saybrook, Waterbury, Wethersfield, or Willimantic. Booking anywhere else? Yep, you guessed it, a canceled appointment and a massive headache for your work schedule. So, with all that knowledge securely in your back pocket, are you ready to conquer the Connecticut DMV? By understanding how to triage your needs, navigating the differences between hubs and branches, booking the exact right category, and meticulously preparing your document checklists, you are literally taking all the stress out of the equation. Like we always say, preparation is the ultimate time saver. Just as a quick professional reminder, this explainer provides general information based on the current system. Government policies, exact fees, and website layouts can and do evolve, so always verify your specific instructions on ct.gov/DMV right before your visit. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want more ways to streamline the complex systems in your life, be sure to subscribe. And please share this guide with any friends or family members who might be dreading their next trip to the DMV. You just might save their entire afternoon. You know, as our state systems become increasingly digitized and optimized, it really begs the question, what other notorious bureaucratic nightmares could be solved with a simple, well-designed portal? Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.